Hey beautiful people, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel if you're new to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're not new to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Kenna's crystals. So before I get started, are you subscribed? Did you comment? Did you leave a like? No? Well then go ahead and do it. Also, go follow my Instagram. It supports me as a creator, and also you get a ton of fun content from me. So today we're going to be talking about Miss Kenna Crystals. Miss Kenna Crystals is a creator on TikTok with 3 million followers. She focuses her content around spirituality, crystals, and her business primarily. Her business is a crystal selling shop that became popularized with the term crystal confetti. If you don't know what crystal confetti is, they are a bunch of different types of crystals mixed together, usually added on as a freebie or a little add-on, a little extra. And in the beginning, Kenna's Crystals was known for her quality crystal confetti and the fact that she had made it sort of popularized. Now, she did not create crystal confetti. Crystal confetti has been going on for decades. Like, small witches shops have started crystal confettis. Kenna's Crystal, although she wants to claim that she created it, did not create crystal confetti. That's going to be a point of contention later on. So Kenna's Crystal started making content, and in 2021 she decided to open up her crystal business. Not cheap, but like she sold it at a very discounted price. Crystals, and became popular because of that as well. She was also known at the time for her crystal confetti being free, because at the time it was free, and she criticized other crystal shops that sold it for a price. Now, she sells it for a price now, but I think that's super interesting because she used to heavily critique other crystal shops for selling crystal confetti for an extra like add-on. Kenna's Crystals has recently been talked a lot about on TikTok. Why? A bunch of reasons. I literally, on my list, and it's not completed, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And with the extensive list, with the help of Reddit and other creators, shout out to them, we have a comprehensive list of everything that we believe Kenna's Crystals has done. Now, a lot of these people would like to stay anonymous, so I will not be disclosing their names or their information, but just so you know, they are reliable sources. I checked, and there is a lot of documentation and proof. There's also a lot of documentation and proof over on Reddit. If you type in Kenna's Crystals, 3 different threads pop up about this information that has screenshots and information as well. But to start the video, I'm going to break it down in different categories. I don't know how I'm going to layer the categories starting this video. I have a list, an idea of how I would like to structure it. However, it works better if I just flow. So I'm going to tell you what the category is before I start talking about it, but I can't tell you what the next category is, if that makes any sense at all. Let's start off with the crystal confetti category. So if you can tell by my intro, there is a lot of dispute over the creation of crystal confetti. Kenna claims to have been the original creator of crystal confetti and claims that she started it. This wouldn't be an issue in some ways, because there are people that claim to have created certain things. There are people that claim to have started different trends and haven't. But the issue with Kenna's Crystals is she pushes her following onto people when they do certain things. So the issue with crystal confetti, for example, a creator did crystal confetti, or a creator would use crystal confetti, like multiple creators, it doesn't just happen to one. She would tell her following to go comment on their video and say, give credit to Kenna's Crystals, and would harass them until they would. And sometimes, if she didn't see the credit, she would push her following to do that as well. And it just became this vicious cycle where people would go and attack smaller creators and small businesses for not crediting Kenna's Crystals, when in reality, Kenna didn't even start it. She has it displayed on her YouTube channel and has created videos where she says, I am the creator of crystal confetti, which isn't necessarily true. And I believe that's what the frustrating part with people with her with this. And this is just one of the minor things. There's more stuff is coming. Let's talk about the issue with copying, because I think it flows naturally into the next subject. So
this is so dumb, but it really rubbed me the wrong way. She turned duets and stitches off, so here. A girl I follow on TikTok posted this video, her mixing crystals and putting them for free in her orders. And she said, I'm the original creator of this idea. It's special to my business only. So you invented mixing crystals and putting them in order. I just am confused on that one.
Kenna claims that she started crystal confetti. She also claims that people are trying to copy her style, her looks, and everything she does. So there was a girl who bought shelving units that look similar to Kenna's crystals. She would go and attack them, and she would go send hate their way. She would see people doing makeup similar to her, and she would go attack them and say that they are copying her makeup style. And this became a very repetitive and vicious cycle. There are more than one scenarios where Kenna did this. And she just seems to think that everyone is trying to copy her style. And I understand being at 3.0 million followers, like, you are at the top of the crystal talk currently. However, that doesn't mean you can use your fan base to attack other people, and you need to be conscientious about the things that you're doing. And I think it's so harmful when she comes out and says, well, they're bullying me, they're attacking me, when in reality she is sending her fan base to go bully other people, and it gets a lot worse. So I decided to do a voiceover talking about these screenshots, and I'm going to read you everything that the assistant commented, and then you're going to see Kenna's side of the situation, and then we're going to go back to reading what the assistant sent to me personally. Her assistant was trying to do her job. Kenna overworked her and made it impossible for her to get anything done. Yep, plus built an entire website, did her 2 restocks, did emails Monday through Friday, plus $7,000 in refunds. Then she didn't send my last paycheck, so I blocked her. Not to mention, I actually did her website for free when I usually charge $2,000 and gave her 50% off my assistant services. I gave her 1 week's notice because of my new job and was mad not all refunds were done, although I did $7,000 worth. Won't pay me and rude to me? Okay, she's blocked now. Are you the assistant she's blaming everything on? I've cried so much because I did so much for her, and she repays me by trash talking me and not paying me my last paycheck. But to be honest, I'm moving onwards from this. I don't want my last pay from her after seeing her trash talk me, and my 2022 will be amazing without her. Yep, and although she wasn't complaining when I was her assistant, loved her free website and how I did emails for her 5 days a week. Yet, blames me, I did $7,000 of refunds because I had 5 other tasks to do weekly. So no last paycheck because not all refunds were done? Also, why was I refunding May orders in November, lol? She had me start refunds the 3rd week of November. Like, coming to this video, seeing her say these horrible things about me is absurd. I've been in the assistant business for 2 years. I'm a good worker, but she treated me like I was worthless penny on the ground. I even sent her this huge Christmas present, and she was supposed to send me one, and never sent it, so a Christmas exchange ended up me sending her presents. So that, plus not my last paycheck, how nice. If you want the real number, she has 2,300 orders left on Shopify, but 1,500 people want their orders shipped, not refunded. I said $7,000 of refunds, and someone said, I knew Kenna was trashing you for no reason. Did you see what she's been saying in this comment section? Yep, I saw it all on this private account of mine and then blocked her too. It made me cry. I did nothing wrong. Thank you for saying that, by the way. It means a lot to me right now. Also, I saw Kenna say I was rude. LOL. She told me what to say to customers half the time, and I've done this job for 2 years, and my other clients love me. When customers ask questions, she was just like, just tell anyone who asks that question this. And I always did exactly that. Blank. It's the assistant. Girl, I'm sorry she's blaming you for everything. Shaking my head. Thank you, lovely. It means a lot to me right now. I think she's forgetting that I'm actually in paralegal law right now. I know my rights and the Canadian law. Kenna had responded to the situation saying, my assistant quit for a full-time job and left me with nothing, so I am processing all the refunds in order manually. I'll refund you tonight. Don't worry. I had the virtual assistant for under 2 months. And then someone responded with an emoji and she said, can you stop? And that was the creator of the video. Let's talk about the refunding issue. And this is where I have my trusty little notepad because there's a lot of information for this one. So I kind of talked about this on my TikTok, and I actually reached out to the assistant and had a conversation with her. She's been pretty open on TikTok, so I don't think she would be upset for me saying that. But there is an issue with refunds. So Kenna's Crystals sells out all the time. She makes thousands and thousands of dollars and brags about her 6-figure salary on TikTok all the time. She makes a crap load of money on selling crystals. And people also found out her supplier and found out how much she's upcharging. It's called like Earth Gems, I believe. And it is so much money that she's making off of selling crystals. And that's, do your thing. as long as you're fulfilling those orders.
So this is for Kenna's crystals and Kenna's crystals only. So me and my friend both booked a reading with you online. And actually, I messaged you first, and I'm pretty sure you told me to go book it online, and I did. I did months ago. Now, look, I understand you're busy, and I'm not going to sit here and try and be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just frustrated because we have tried commenting on your videos, messaging you, emailing you, and you have completely ignored us. So at this point, I'm not sure if I even want the reading anymore or if I'd like a refund. I think your videos are amazing, and I think your readings are accurate, but I haven't gotten anything, not even a simple response. So I'd really like a refund. I don't really think that I want the reading anymore, as I don't think that it'll come ever. So I'd appreciate it.
Okay, let's talk about Kenna's crystals. This was my order. This is how much I spent. This is when I ordered it. She's like refunding people because I put in a complaint. And she said that we were going to be refunded in 3 weeks. This was September 30th. It is now October 25th, which is, I think, past 3 weeks. So I commented twice. Actually, I commented 3 times saying this. One on a different video, and then I think she just deleted the video, so I was like, whatever. Commented this, she deleted it. And, like, I looked through all the comments to make sure I wasn't just, like, not seeing it or whatever. Commented it again, deleted it again. And I feel like it's a valid question to ask. So, are we getting any updates? If my comments are being deleted, I assume so many other people's comments are being deleted too. So, she always brags about how much money she spends on the restocks and how great her business is, and that's good for her. But, like, why aren't you able to refund people, though? Why are you even preparing for another restock when you haven't even refunded the people or whatever?
So the issue that's currently happening is people are not receiving their orders from Kenna. So Kenna sold out of her shop tons and tons of times, but wouldn't ship out all the orders. People from back in February are still waiting for their orders, and it's been a year. And people from February, March, April, May, like each month, there are people that have not received their orders or their refunds. So people like started talking about this, and she would block people that would talk about this. And that's what one of the frustrating thing is like, if you're gonna have a sell store and you can't take criticism, don't do it. To be completely honest, in my opinion, you need to be able to fulfill your orders. Do not start another round of selling until you have fulfilled those past orders. And if people are coming at you with issues and they're saying like, hey, I'm missing my order, don't block them. Like, that just not gonna get you anywhere. She started getting people talking about her and saying like, hey, like, I haven't received my order. I haven't either. She sold about a bunch of tarot reading cards. She didn't do them ever. So people were really missing a ton of stuff, and she started saying that it was an assistant's fault. People started talking about this in kind of like October, November, so it'd been almost 8 or 9 months in this time period. And she started blaming an assistant, saying that the assistant she had hired had only worked for her virtually for 2 months and then quit on her. However, the assistant came forward and said, I was hired in November. Mind you, she had not shipped out things from February. That's not the assistant's fault. She built her the entire website and did emails Monday through Friday and built the website for free, was never paid for that, and then worked Monday through Friday answering emails. She did over $7,000 in refunds to people and was having issues because the PayPal was running out of funds and there was a limit on how many refunds you could do if you were just like doing it through the PayPal. And she was not paid her last paycheck. So Kenna never paid her last paycheck. She was in charge of doing May refunds when she came on. And so she didn't know where the February refunds came from. She wasn't ever in charge of that. There are 2,300 orders left on Shopify when she had left. And 1,500 of those people want their orders and do not want a refund. And that's awful. That is so thousands, tens of thousands of dollars that this 20-year-old girl is managing and not fully sending people their stuff or refunding them their money. And people are not getting their money. She's just blocking them and ignoring them. You are not going to see your money, in my opinion. The reason why I believe you're not going to get your money is because she has not sent people money back from February. She has talked about this on her videos and says that people are bullying and harassing her and attacking her when talking about this. when people are just trying to hold her accountable. This gets me into the GoFundMe. So Kenna's Crystals created a GoFundMe to build her own shop. I personally have no idea why she created a GoFundMe, because she brags about how much money she makes. She brags about not having to pay anyone, even though she had an assistant later on. And she brags about how she does it all on her own. But she created a GoFundMe, and on this GoFundMe, she talked about how she wanted to build a shop, and she had a 10,000 Canadian dollar goal, and she has reached $3,696. Like, people have donated to this GoFundMe, and she wants to build a brick and mortar store and have workers work for her, but she can't reach that without the money because she's out of funds. Which, by the way, I'm just confused how she's out of funds. Probably because she hasn't refunded everyone, but I'm confused because she brags on how much she spends on crystal confetti, and then she's out of funds. It's just very confusing. Her financials are very interesting. I don't know how she does it. Like, don't fully understand. So it's unknown if she wants to stop raising that money or if she's going to use that money for something else, but she needs to disclose what she's doing with that money, because if she doesn't intend to build a brick and mortar store like she did in the GoFundMe, then she needs to talk about it. Using your audience for a crowdfund is very interesting to me. Let's talk about Kenna's tapestry and Kenna's issue with cultural appropriation. So in one of the video clips of Kenna's Crystals videos, you can see a tapestry in the background of a Hindu. This tapestry is religious and has religious aspects in it. Now, Kenna claims to be respective of all other cultures, and actually has even called out other people for appropriating religions, in their shops. However, when called out on this tapestry, she said, "No, I'm not Hindu." And people were like, "Then you're using it for aesthetic purposes? Like, what's the point?" And she just stopped responding and had her following kind of like attack these people. It's not even surprising, because people found out that she was selling white sage, which is a part of Native American culture. But I think it's very interesting the fact that she calls out people for a certain thing and has her followers kind of like attack that certain thing, and then goes around and does something very similar to it and doesn't see that. And when people call her out on it, she says it's harassment and bullying. Kind of reminds me of Gabby Hanna, to be completely honest. Let's get into Scene in Stone, which is Pit Stop. This situation infuriates me. This is the situation that not infuriates me the most, but I, as a creator, there are certain things as a creator that you don't do. As a certain creator, you never send your fan base to attack other people, because you know what it's like to be criticized on the internet, that you know that amount of people times 10 with emotions can cause a lot of damage and can be very harmful. So when people cross this line, when creators cross this line, it infuriates me, because she has 3 million followers, and this is dangerous. So let's get into it. So the Scene in Stone is a creator on TikTok that has a small business selling crystals as well. The Witch's Pit Stop also does the same thing. They are both 2 creators on TikTok. So it started off with the Scene in Stone doing the TikTok trend, "This is a work of art. This is bullshit." And she did different crystals, and the ones that she called BS were a pineapple lamp, a carrot crystal, and a few other small ones. She obviously did not have anyone specific in mind, but some people related it back to Kenna's Crystals. She liked a few comments that were like, "Oh, like Kenna's Crystals does that." But in genuine, I don't believe she was intending any harm. She was maybe trying at most to be snappy or whatever, but she never tagged Kenna's Crystals in that video. She never said, "This is about Kenna's Crystals, like I hate Kenna's Crystals." She just was like, "I don't personally like these things in my shop." And I think she even captioned it like, "I don't personally like these things in my shops, but everyone does like what they do. You do you." Kenna's Crystals is not known for the pineapple lamp and a carrot, by the way. Like, she claims to be, but she isn't. So Kenna's Crystals responded to this video and added the Scene in Stone and was like, "This girl is harassing and bullying me and saying that the things I sell are ugly," and like really cry. And this caused her 3 million followers to go and attack the Scene in Stone. And in no place did she stop it. She actually even encouraged it and said, like, oh, well, like, she wants this, like, to fight, like, I'll fight her back. It's absolutely ridiculous, infuriating. Like, you cannot do that, just period. In my opinion, you shouldn't do that. Like, if you are human, you don't do that to another human being. The Witch's Pit Stop then created a video saying, like, I wish this community wasn't so toxic. And I believe she did have Kenna's crystals in mind, but she was getting a frustration out just like I would have done in the moment as well, especially if that was like my community and I found out that happened in my community. I'd be really angry about it and make a video like that as well. But she never tagged Kenna's crystals, and people in the comments were like, oh, Kenna's crystals did that, like that was really upsetting. But literally I actually saw this video, so actually this is the reason why I know about this more, is this video had like 10,000 views and like 2,000 likes around that when I saw it. And there were like 8 comments talking about Kenna's crystals, and they were just having constructive criticism about not getting their products and how she was kind of toxic, and the way she attacked Scene in Stone was completely unnecessary. Kenna's crystals stitched this video directly and said, like, this girl's bullying, harassing me, like I was bullied in high school, like I know what it feels like, and just attacked this girl and said, like, the reason it's her fault the comment section is like this, like she encouraged it, she's liking comments. And when the Witch's Pit Stop was like, can you please get your followers to stop attacking me? She was like, no, like, this is what you asked for.
Well, since you guys have nothing better to do, I wasn't going to make a video. And I'm not even going to go to the full extent here because I just don't think I should. I did not make the video saying the BS work of art. That wasn't me. Kenna knows that wasn't me. It's not my fault that she wasn't clear about that in her pity video. That's not my fault. A shop called Scene in Stone made the video. I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but she is an angel sent from heaven. She was the one who made that video. It wasn't targeted at Kenna. It wasn't. This creator would never, ever target somebody. And she was getting bashed and hated because, you know, that's how TikTok works. So, I'm not lying. You can literally ask Kenna yourself. I did not make the lamp video. I don't care who sells lamps. I don't care what the lamps look like. I don't care. The thing that I apologize for, now I'm realizing I did not have to, but I made a different video, not targeted towards Kenna, but random people literally thought it was a place to put reviews about their experiences with her. They were not bullying. They didn't make fun of her at all, actually. All they said was, like, I never got my order or a refund from January, or they were saying stuff like that. I don't know why they chose my video to do that. I did not say that. They said that. That's all that happened. No bullying. Bullying is repetitive, intentional behavior to hurt someone's feelings, and that wasn't what happened. You know what is bullying? This is also bullying. Every way possible there is to contact me is filled with that. Literally filled. I am not the first person that has happened to. You guys, Kenna was just defending herself. No, she made a video saying that I let people bully her. That's not what happened. I did not delete the video because I was getting hate. The second I saw her upset, I didn't even continue watching her video. And I took it down. And texted her and made a friends only video, apologizing that people thought it was okay to do that on my comment section. Now, the reason why I didn't delete the comments and I liked some of the comments was because they were true. And if you go to that crying video that she posted about me, in it she goes, yeah, sometimes I leave comments and I agree with them because they're true. But you're crying because I just did that. And the reason that I did that was because her and all of her troll followers who hail down to her were completely attacking and bashing Scene in Stone for not doing anything. People were commenting everywhere on this poor freaking girl, and Kenna left them, agreed, and liked the comments. So did I. There's gonna be another part because TikTok's annoying.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Know better. You have 3 million followers. You cannot encourage your followers to go and attack someone like this. My opinion. But most creators have that in their head. So the fact that she doesn't is infuriating. Hey beautiful people, I have some more information, so let's delve right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. So the next situation that was brought to my attention was when someone asked Kenna if she was part of the neurodivergent community or if she had any sort of autism. And she responded to the comment like this. And it was very shocking to a lot of people. That video is down and so is that comment, so you can't find that information anymore. But people screenshotted it from when it happened. And then the next thing that happened is Kenna addressed the videos that were made about her and the situation. She did not address everything. And so those two parts talk about everything that's going on, and she breaks down her side of the story. So she explains that she had an assistant. The assistant took a week off, and that's the reason why she wasn't paid the last week, and that was her side of the story. She also states that she will be sending a cease and desist to the assistant, names her by name, and then also states that anyone talking about the situation will be faced with a cease and desist as well. So I'm assuming that's me, but how am I supposed to know? So I reached out to Kenna's assistant, again to ex-assistant, to ask for her side of the story on this new information so that she could get a side as well. And she actually sent me an entire text that I would like to share with you guys today. She told me I could share this. I'm not going to send you the screenshot, but I'm just going to read it to you and explain it bit by bit. She starts off by saying, okay, so she made the website in October, which is usually around $2,000, and did it for free or in exchange with crystals. So Kenna said, this is a lot of work. You put a lot of time and money into it. How can I repay you? And she offered to the assistant, I will send you some crystals as a thank you gift. That gift was never sent, and it was later said that she would include it in the Christmas gift, and she also has never sent the Christmas gift to the assistant. She then restocked her site and began working for her on November 1st. Mind you, the refunds and the issue with the refunds have been posted on her TikTok page. You can go find information. There's a lot of information posted on her TikTok page, and this information shows that she has not shipped out orders from November, and she now even claims that every refund has been done. I have been sent DMs by multiple people stating that they have not received a refund. And she doesn't want to talk about it on her TikTok page anymore. So I don't know what these people can do. If you can file a chargeback, maybe do that. But I can't offer you any more advice than that. So then the assistant initially wanted to start refunds on November 11th. But then she changed her mind, Kenna did, and said, hey, let's do the form. So if you didn't know, on her website, she has a form that says if you want a refund or if you're having an issue with your orders, which you shouldn't have to reach out to the person to do that. But if you're having an issue with the refunds and you need to do an order, send me this form. And people were doing that form. And that's where the other numbers that I mentioned earlier come in. She said she wanted $4,000 done in refunds and to let her know when she hit that $4,000. So that was the arrangement that Kenna had with the assistant. The assistant hit the $4,000 and let her know, and then Kenna told her, hey, do another $4,000. Since she started the refunds in the third week of November and didn't do refunds in the last week of December, that means that she did around $7,000 in refunds in 5 weeks. Mind you, she was paid $500 a month, but no weekends. That worked out to $25 a day, Monday through Friday, with the minimum wage where she was $15 an hour, which means she would get about 1 to 2 hours of work from her a day, which means Monday through Friday. These hours included site maintenance, any restocks, any emails, including updating order addresses, updating order notes, store credits, etc. These hours also included refunds. The assistant told her that refunds weren't going to be super fast in December because of all the other tasks that she was given, and Kenna told her it was no problem. Kenna also saw how much refunds she was doing because the money comes out of her bank account. She even said, yay, Kenna did, when she hit $4,000 in refund. As for the week of Christmas, Kenna said that during that week, she wouldn't be doing refunds, but rather doing emails. Keep in mind, she doesn't work the weekends. And in this past year, the 23rd was a Thursday, the 24th was a Friday, 25th, Saturday, so forth. She was then told to do an email vacation thing to be set the 23rd, but the assistant still did emails on the 23rd. As for the 24th, she had that day off. Then, of course, she did have 25th and 26th off because it was Saturday and Sunday. And then for Monday, she was back to work. She said she wasn't going to do much work that week, But that also meant no refunds, which is why she still did emails to hit the hours. She sent her paycheck invoices on Thursdays, and Kenna paid them on Fridays, usually. She didn't pay her till that Saturday, which was the second time that she was paid ever late. The assistant also mentioned that the bi-weekly Fridays has always been set pay. Then the assistant was lucky, got the notice of her new job, and sent her that resignation on Monday, giving her a week's notice, the 27th. She didn't even reply until Tuesday, which is when the entire convo she posted on her TikTok happened. The assistant did block her because she said she wouldn't pay her unless she was given all the refunds, working more hours than she was required to get something done that wasn't in her task before. And so she quit as of then and blocked her. However, she was still called by Kenna on a random number from her city, and her last official day was Tuesday the 4th, and the last paycheck was given to her the 24th to the 25th, which she still owed 10 days of work that she did for free. Even if she did block her, it's still technically owed. She also wanted to add a little comment because she thought it was really important. So she wanted to explain a message why she deleted the account. She never thought it would go to as far as it did, and certainly didn't think she would log onto TikTok last Wednesday to see Kenna making lies on her name, leaving her no option but to defend herself. The truth is, she's over this. She's not begging for her last pay, and she's not doing anything to get it because it's not worth it to her. This is why I will forever continue to block her. She couldn't even log into her old email account to change a Gmail password, yet for mad at me for that. She's moving on with her life, and she's done with this back and forth crap. She's so grateful to have people to support her right now, and thankful that I'm talking about this. So she feels like it was best to delete the account and the videos for now and let someone else with a bigger platform take up the reins. She genuinely hopes Kenna apologizes for all her mistakes and owns up to this. Not just this, but everything. If she does, then maybe she can further succeed. And that was her little comment that she wanted to add. Before you go back to old Anna, I just wanted to let you know that the way that Kenna talked in her video was a reflection of her own opinion. It does not necessarily coincide with all the facts and the truth and the screenshots that I have seen. However, you can believe whatever you would like to believe, and that's how I've always made my videos. I really appreciate you guys back for watching. Back to Anna. It's just absolutely mind-boggling to me that a creator wants to get away with this and does stuff like this and then deletes comments. So the reason why she hasn't been held accountable is because she has deleted so many comments that no one knows about this topic. I'm gonna be honest, the only reason I found out was because I didn't see Kenna's crystals on my For You page for a couple days, and I was like, this girl's always on my For You page. Like, there's something going on here. She went private, so I started looking into it. And that's when I found all the videos of people not receiving their products, people not receiving their tarot reading. Just interesting that none of this came forward. It did come forward, but she blocked people. She forced people to mass report. She would send people to hate other accounts, and it's serious. Like, so Kenna's crystals, in my opinion, uses her fan base to harass and bully other creators. I know that that is a big claim to throw out there. However, when you are stitching people's videos and you are encouraging people to go and attack other accounts, you are using your fan base in a negative light. I definitely believe she should be deplatformed. In my opinion, I don't think she deserves a platform. She's scamming people out of their money. She's using her platform to bully and harass people. She is culturally appropriating Hinduism, different Native American aspects. And I know there's a lot of her fan base that are like, oh, I don't see it. Like, you just really need to look into those videos. There are thousands of people that don't have their products, that don't have their money. There are people that are getting regular harm by her fan base because she encourages them to go out. People who are religious and study certain aspects of like spirituality are saying that she's harmful. So I think people really need to pay attention to what's going on, in my opinion. I don't really have any more lessons other than that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you could go subscribe, that'd be great. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!